Hello, hello, beautiful beings. This is Lorian Rowan, surfing Vuzuvaya, here at the end of the rainbow. I am the pot of gold. This is life. Yes? So, the importance and the power of stories. Then remember that in this energetic field, just, to dive right in with a little light touch moment here. In this energetic field, this chaos of symphonic flowing waves of energy that we are a part of, co creating, and interpreting at the same time. Let's talk about our interpretations at the moment, right? Because baby, life's what we make it. Don't mistake it. Oh my gosh, I think that's Steve Winwood. So, so there's what happens, and then there's our interpretation of it. So, and I talk about this from a few different angles. Okay, from the deeply, from the deeply jaded angle of me, the fact is, when I choose the highest interpretation, even if by chance someone, because that there's that old standby, basically to paraphrase, don't attribute to maliciousness that which is, it's most likely caused by stupidity. Stupidity is much more, or ignorance is much more, not stupidity. They're very different things. Ignorance or not noticing the harm that something is doing is much more normal and popular than intended harm, right? And so, coming from that place, coming from that innocence, innocence moves. Innocence is flexible. Innocence pivots, right? You can put pressure. You can change the direction of the situation. You can change the direction of the energy by coming to it in innocence, by assuming its innocence, and by surrounding it in innocence. Then it allows to it's allowed to change its form. It's allowed to change its role in the story. Redemption arc is my favorite story. The redemption arc is joy and hope. I love hope. I love that phrase, hope punk, because it makes me so happy. And it makes so much sense in terms of, like, yes, I don't know who thought of that, but I like it. So, the hopeful chaos of the fact that, okay, so here, living in the land of hurricanes, coming into, apparently we're 45 days until hurricane season. Woo! Love storms, love them. So, but living in a place where there's such powerful storms, watching how the storms blow everything to chaos. My favorite trees have been knocked down. My favorite birds have had to relocate but they were safe, which is awesome. But their entire family had to relocate, because their tree was knocked down. Was seeing roofs blown off, and now again, I haven't been in the most intense chaos, but the joyous chaos is that afterward, the reorganization, the redirection of resources. So things that smash to bits, so many things in nature just gobble up the smash bits and explode into growth. Nature abhors a vacuum. Let's rephrase that. Nature is delighted in the potential of a creative space to express in. So let's not credit nature with the kind of negative projections of human experiences. Yeah, because I think nature, in my experience, is a general truth and kindness. And things eat. Oh, that means nature's cruel. No, because let's look at our day. Eating, delicious, love it. It's absolutely not a part of every day of mine at all. But I do love food. And I especially love preparing food for other people because I'm a nerd and it makes me happy. Happy nerd. Um, uh, but it's only a small part of my day. Most of my day is not, I'm not interested in killing or hurting anything. I'm just experiencing, you know? And absolutely, I have, especially because, I just, watched another new action flick last night. Super awesome, powerful woman, kicking ass. And, and I love those expressions too, but not in real life. Not in real life. I love the fictional violent expression is almost a dance of expression, and in fiction, in real life, the violence is not my happy, and I like to keep those separate. This experience of these emotions, it's like just because I felt something doesn't mean I have to feel that way forever. It's not a commitment. It's an experience. It's like, I love this. I love these flowers. I bought flowers. I love flowers. I love these flowers. And the thing is, the flowers are just here to visit. It's not a commitment. It's an experience. I'm very committed. There are things I absolutely am committed to inside myself in my life. But the rest of this, it's not a commitment. It's an experience. The instant transformation and shifting of physical forms. This is what they're made for. It's the most natural thing. It's not, it's something to consider, right? Here's a perspective. Energy is always shifting. You are literally never, if you're sitting still, you're dead. Because the body is constantly shifting. The cells are alive and active. The blood is circulating, the lungs are working, the brain is active, the immune system's doing things. The colon's always working because humans are naturally full of shit. True story and science. Prove me wrong. So, let it. It's the emotional attachments to the things that are, because things are changing, my friends. This is the time of change. This is the shift. We are shifting, and let's not be so shifty about it. Let's just let it happen. Let's bless it and laugh at it and let it go and dance into the new sector. Let's say that, isn't it wonderful and timely that, like 30 years ago, the concept of resolution came up as a huge psychological concept socially, societally, and that so many of these sequences of concepts and philosophies that have come up in society about social dynamics, about things like resolution, about things like, I said, about this kind of emotional progression, in so many ways have been, the natural expression of the planet itself, being that the planet is evolving, and so are we. And so it is time we don't have the energy to chase after yesterday. Yesterday already happened. Let go of all the chains of yesterday. It wasn't a commitment, it was an experience. You don't have to keep feeling that way. You don't have to keep carrying those things just to prove your innocence, just to prove you were right, just to prove you survived that moment. We can let all that go. That moment already happened. It's gone. This moment can have any flavor we want. This world, this shift, is made and built for flavor and sweetness. And so are you. So let's wax our surfboards with the sweetness, with the expression, and the willingness to discover what that means and let go of any of the rigidities of the stories that we tell ourselves inside of ourselves. Love you and I'm with you. Laurie and Rowan, surfing Vuzuvaya.